This is Luton, and I wanted to start by explaining about this new video concept. More and more, I've been enjoying making this content, and you guys have been enjoying the lore content, and I want to say thank you very much indeed, guys, for all of your support there. I'm very much interested in expanding this beyond just 40k, and we'll probably try some bits and pieces around that area soon. However, I also have wanted to do a series where I look into more specific elements that I can cover in shorter videos, and so I create this series, LoreGear. I will describe, narrate and help you learn about the objects, artifacts, weapons and hardware, big and small, not just within the 40k universe, but also beyond this. Not just a stock description, but also interesting backgrounds and stories that these items hold. And so I hope you will enjoy these shorter format pieces as well as the lengthier ones, which also I very much want to continue doing, and I hope an even faster pace than I have been doing before, as many of you have asked me to do. So what to cover first? So many choices. Today I'm going to describe to you one of my favourite and one of the most horrific weapons of the 41st millennium, the Eldar's Harlequin's Kiss. A close-quarter weapon used by Eldar Harlequins, a faction of their race who are custodians of the hallowed Black Library of Chaos, not belonging to any of the more standard Eldar craft world, but standing alone. This duality has brought them a reputation as some of the deadliest fighters within the Eldar race, agile, acrobatic, and lethal. Their form of combat is literally a dance of death. They are phantoms who will terrify and eviscerate their enemies with a mysterious beauty and brutality like some macabre theatrical performance. Their weapons are often unique and incorporate into these deadly theatrical dances of death the sheer ferocity and horrific nature that they weave around their opponents. While the Eldar Harlequins are noted for a wide array of strange, unique and exotic weapons, the Harlequin's Kiss is noted for being one of the most horrific and unpleasant methods a Harlequin could choose to dispose of an enemy. Now, the science around this is very much in the school of it sounds cool. Realistically, you're probably going to need to suspend your disbelief. What is the weapon? Well, it's a close-quarter piercing tool known as a monofilament weapon. Eldar Harlequins will dance and leap around their enemy until they're close enough to attempt to pierce the Harlequin's Kiss into their chosen enemy's body. Then the nightmare will begin. The wrist-mounted Harlequin's Kiss, when thrusted forward in a punching motion, will unleash this coiled monofilament wire said to be about 100 meters in length, where, if successful, will then penetrate the armor straight into the body of the unfortunate victim. And this is where things are going to go bad very quickly. Eldar are one of the few races to make use of monofilament weaponry, which are molecular thin wire composed of a complex organopolymer compound. These are kept in a liquid state within a magnetic reservoir in the weapon so as to not cut through their own housing and catastrophically injure the weapon's wearer, because these monofilaments are meant to be so sharp that they can cut through almost anything with little to any resistance. Armor, flesh, sinew, bone. It's basically time to get messy. Returning to the unleashing coil of monofilament now thrashing out into the internal structure of the Harlequin's victim, the results are now understandably unpleasant. The wire from the Harlequin's Kiss will thrash around inside the victim's body, liquefying them internally in a matter of seconds. Bones, organs, everything in between are turned to liquid before the monofilament wire snaps back into its magnetic reservoir, leaving its now doomed opponent to fall to the field in spectacular fashion, either with an awful soup spraying out of their now shell of an armor, or perhaps just probably something even more unpleasant to think of that we just don't want to go there. And in case it wasn't clear, with this weapon, death is immediate. Monomolecular blade weapons are fairly common in the 41st millennium, relatively speaking, but monofilament weapons are comparatively rare outside of use by the Eldar. Other users of monofilaments are, for example, Eldar warp spiders with their death spinners, or Dark Eldar using the appropriately named shredders. All follow largely the same principle of monofilament properties as the weapons' names heavily imply. And that is the Harlequin's Kiss, one of the more horrific methods of death out of the many options in the 41st millennium and a strong favourite of mine for quite a few years. If you enjoyed this content and you want to see some more, please consider subscribing to the channel and drop a like if you want to see some more in this format. Supports me, supports the channel. I'll see you next time for some more LoreGear.